Hello friends and welcome to another Saitamask video. My name is Dean. If you're watching my videos for the first time, please know I only make them for entertainment and education, as well as community building around tokens that I cover. Today in Saitama land, things are getting interesting. Okay, there's some really, I think, big announcements from the development team as far as the rollout of Saitamask goes. And you can see that it is having an impact on the price, currently up about 7% over the last 24 hours. Let's take a look at the fundamentals and I'll show you some of the crazy that's going on, and things that we assumed would happen are actually manifested in today's fundamentals. So pretty interesting. All right, first of all, we see that there are currently 342,671 wallets for Saitama. That's an increase of 454 over yesterday. I do believe, again, that people who are creating Saitamask wallets, those wallets may not be getting reported, but the transactions that are happening, I do believe, are being captured in the Etherscan, and I'll show you why here in just a second. Our market cap currently 562 million. That would rank us 127th of all cryptocurrencies. So that's a slip from earlier in the week. I think we're going to see this recovering here if things continue to play out the way that they are. 70 is 12913 is current price. Volume 10.6 million. Now look at this. The volume here and the volume here are almost exactly the same. But look what's happening on with the burned tokens, or look what's happening with the burned tokens. Yesterday, about 8 trillion. Currently, almost 20 trillion tokens have burned, and this has literally happened in the last 3 to 4 hours as some of the trading pairs have become available and active on Saitamask. So in spite of the fact that people are not connecting to Uniswap and doing their transactions, they're just doing them on Saitamask. People buying Saitama to be able to swap, or as they swap, it views that as a sell and a buy. So that is a step towards what people are calling the hyper burn, okay? And that's in a few hours. So it will be fascinating to see what's happening with Saitama over the coming next couple of days. At that rate, it would suggest it would take 51 days to burn 1% of the supply, or 7.15% of the supply would burn in a year. That raises our 10-day moving average to 2.6%. So very, very interesting. It's something that people said they thought would happen, but you know, these are the facts. These are the numbers, and I'm going to be tracking it daily, and we'll see where it leads. Hopefully it's a good sign of things to come. Now, I did have two little thoughts as I was thinking about this burned token. Now, the first one is that as go the burn, also there go the reflections. So your reflections should look really strong today as well compared to previous days. The other thing I'm wondering is if, as we created those trading pairs and they injected liquidity, if that in and of itself may have contributed to this burn amount. So let's just keep an eye on it, keep an open mind over the next couple of days. I have seen in the past with Saitama where as they roll out new things, over a period of a day or two, it does seem to improve and get less glitchy. People trading in and out of Ethereum and Saitama right now, from what I've seen, aren't having any issues at all. So development team, Russell, Max, keep working at it. And hopefully we get this just so it's seamless and smooth. And hopefully we've seen this, this burn trend continuing. Now, what's causing this is essentially some changes to the Saitamask platform. So about 5 hours ago, Russ tweets out, "Hey, Saitama fam, we're adding pairs and liquidity for other coins as we speak. Happy trading." A few hours later, he comes back in and just says, "Just a heads up, folks, when swapping, keep total tokens swapped small and increase slippage. So do smaller trades early on, because as people do more trades, the liquidity pool will actually grow." But it just says this will reduce any failed transactions as we increase the liquidity for pairs on Saitamask. So I'm going to show you my Saitamask wallet, And I'm just going to try to place a swap and we'll see what happens. I tried a couple of times earlier, and what I was seeing is essentially some failure. If I pull you out to show the swaps, I tried to do 2 swaps with Mandox, and they didn't work, but that's been several hours. So let's go back in and just give it another try. So I've got some Saitama in the wallet, and I'll go ahead and choose one of the other tokens. I am going to try Mandox because I think it's an interesting project, but this is really just a test trade. So I'm going to go ahead, and one thing I do wish they would do, if Max is listening, I wish you would put commas in these numbers for us so that we can see exactly what we've got going on. But that's 40,000, 400,000. Getting some little, oh, it's just updating. So that would be, again, I wish there were commas. 40 million, 400 million, 2 more zeros should put us at 40 billion. So I'm going to trade half of what I've got there. It looks like if this transaction goes through, I would be receiving 34 billion in Mandox. Now see, the commas in the Mandox make it a lot nicer to read. So hopefully we can get those in the other trade view there. So it's saying that this trade might be too high for the liquidity that's there. So I'm going to just change the slippage to 25. And let's just reduce the amount. I'll do 4 billion instead of 40 billion. And we'll just give it a try. So I need to put in my secret code here. And we'll hit swap. And we'll just see how this goes. Okay, this would be a pretty small trade. So it says that the process has started. It's in a processing state. I will let this run and edit out the amount of time, but we're sitting at 9:12 currently. So I'll report back on how much time it takes for the process to either succeed or to fail. So the transaction only ran for about a minute, and unfortunately I got a failure. So I'm going to log back in, and maybe we'll try an Impact XP swap just to see if that will go. All right, we're back in. Let's give it an attempt here with Impact. Could be that there's more liquidity in that project currently. So I'm going to try the same thing again. I'm just going to go kind of jumping around on me here. And that could have to do with the fact that it's connected to the computer. I do get glitchy things when I'm trying to operate this way. $400 million, 40 billion. Okay, so I'm back at 4 billion of Saitama, which is really not very much at all. We'll turn the slippage up here to 25. And just try to send it through. All right, so unfortunately that transaction also has failed. And so I don't know if it's an issue with liquidity or if it's an issue with just the sheer amount of volume. Perhaps people are trying to beyond making swaps at this point. If you've had success or failure with Saitamask since the new liquidity pairs have been added, would you please comment in the video so I can get a feel for how everybody else is doing? Friends, thanks for checking in with me today. I appreciate you spending your time with me. Please like and subscribe so you can always get notified when I produce new content. Check back with me soon for more CryptoStacker videos.